Founded in 1936 by the legendary Rukminidevi Arundale, Kalakshetra was established in order to resuscitate Indian arts. In this, Rukminidevi had the support of several great stalwarts like Mysore Vasudevachar, Tiger Varadacharya and Meenakshi Sundaram Pillai, who established a strong teaching and performing tradition in Kalakshetra. Among the early patrons and well-wishers of the institution were Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore and Sir C.P. Ramaswamy Iyer. Over the decades, Kalakshetra has grown to encompass a school of dance, music and visual arts, as well as 2 schools and a craft center, as well as libraries, performing spaces, a museum and a repertory company that performs widely. Kalakshetra attracts students from all over the world and has always been a melting pot of cultures. Hostel facilities provide clean lodging facilities and wholesome vegetarian food to the students. Students come from a variety of backgrounds, social, economic and geographic. Kalakshetra is working to ensure that funds are raised towards their scholarship and educational needs. Student-teacher interactions are vital to the learning process, which takes place through cultural immersion. It is one of the most important features which ensures that the vision of Rukminidevi is lived through on a day-to-day basis. In 1993, Kalakshetra was recognized as an institution of national importance by an Act of Parliament and became an autonomous body under the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. The Rukminidevi College of Fine Arts is the flagship institution within the foundation and has long been considered the pinnacle of cultural education in Bharatanatyam, Carnatic music and the visual arts. In keeping with Kalakshetra's aim of holistic education, in addition to the strong grounding that the students receive in the areas of their specialization, they also get a thorough exposure in other related areas of their chosen art, which complement and hone their skills. For example, students of Bharatanatyam receive extensive training in music, Kathakali, languages, Vedic heritage, temple architecture, traditional martial arts, and folk dances. Training in these areas is imparted through lectures, periodic interaction with scholars and subject matter experts, field trips and projects. As a culmination of Kalakshetra's performing tradition is the Kalakshetra repertory, which performs the various dance dramas and unique choreographies of Rukminidevi and Kalakshetra's other gurus. Over the past 2 years, under the guidance of one of its senior-most gurus, Professor A. Janardhanan, the foundation has been involved in reviving several of its dance dramas and heritage choreographies. It is our intention that the repertory perform extensively around the world so that the finest performing tradition of Kalakshetra reach the wide audience base that they deserve. In addition to its pedagogical and repertorial excellence, Kalakshetra has also maintained a sharp focus on research, documentation and archiving to ensure that it builds on the considerable body of knowledge that it has accumulated over decades, making it available to staff, students and scholars alike. Kalakshetra is also working to create a world-class museum with artifacts belonging to Rukminidevi. The Craft Education and Research Center was set up with the establishment of the Weaving Center in 1937 as a part of Kalakshetra's crusade in reviving the traditional arts and crafts of South India. The center stands testimony to Rukminidevi's holistic vision for the revival of the traditional arts and crafts of India. The centre broadly has two sections under it, a weaving section and a kalamkari section. It covers the areas of kalamkari printing, weaving and hand block printing. It is Kalakshetra's intention to showcase these exquisite products in different parts of the world and find new markets for them so that their craftsmanship may be appreciated by discerning users. Kalakshetra's large, verdant campus by the sea has a unique ecology spanning multiple ecosystems which require sensitive understanding, appreciation, and conservation. Towards this, Kalakshetra is involved in projects to assess the scope of floral and faunal diversity on campus. Kalakshetra, as it is today, is an extension of what it was more than 75 years ago when it was founded by Rukminidevi Arundale. It continues to preserve and nurture the arts by providing them an environment where they can flourish. It is an environment sanctified by the spirit of Rukmini Devi and the great gurus, tended to by the staff in charge of it today, with the sole purpose of nurturing the artists of tomorrow. Kalakshetra's immediate focal areas include the addressing of student needs through raising of funds towards student scholarships and fees, exploring opportunities for its repertory to perform extensively around the world, developing new markets for its exquisite craft offerings, and a continued focus on research. It is these areas that will continue to secure Kalakshetra's position as a jewel in the crown of India's glorious culture.